Let's get right into it. Number 9, the tailbone, your butt's ghost town. You're sitting on the ghost of a tail you don't have anymore. Yep, your coccyx, that little triangular bone at the very bottom of your spine, is basically the real estate left behind after your ancestors' tails packed up and left millions of years ago. Back then, tails were like the original multi-tool helping with balance, communication, and even self-defense. Now it's just sitting there, doing a terrible job at being a chair cushion. Your tailbone doesn't really do much anymore. Sure, some muscles and ligaments still latch onto it, but if science ever decided to evict it entirely, you'd probably only notice when you fell on your butt and thought, wow, that hurts slightly less. Evolution tends to get rid of the parts we don't need, and the coccyx is like that one abandoned store in a strip mall still technically there, but no one's shopping. Give it a few 100,000 more years, and it might just vanish from the blueprint of humanity entirely. At that point, tailbone injuries will sound as ancient as fax machine problems. Number 8, wisdom teeth, nature's bad real estate investment. Picture this, you're a caveman chewing raw meat and gnawing on roots like a professional wood chipper. Back then, your jaw was big and spacious, and your third set of molars wisdom teeth were a must-have. Fast forward to today, and our jaws have gotten smaller thanks to cooking, soft foods, and not needing to rip apart woolly mammoths with our faces. The problem evolution hasn't updated the floor plan. Those wisdom teeth are still showing up, like extra guests at a dinner party no one invited, and they have nowhere to sit. They crowd your mouth, shove other teeth around, or just stay buried under your gums like ticking dental time bombs. Dentists love them because removing them is basically the wisdom teeth's final act of usefulness, paying someone's mortgage. Eventually, if evolution plays its cards right, future humans will skip the whole surgery and swelling stage and just never grow them in the first place. It'll be like the appendix. Oh yeah, we used to have those. Weird, right? Number 7, goosebumps, nature's outdated alert system. Ever get chills for no reason? That's your body's ancient threat detected mode kicking in. Goosebumps are caused by tiny muscles at the base of your hair, follicles contracting, making your hair stand up. This was great when our ancestors were covered in thick fur. It made them look bigger and more intimidating to predators, or helped trap heat in cold weather. But now, we're basically naked apes with fancy clothes, and goosebumps are just awkward little skin hills that show up when you're cold, scared, or listening to a song that hits way too hard. They do nothing to keep us warm, and they definitely don't scare anyone. Give humanity enough time, and those tiny muscles might stop bothering altogether. Future humans might never know the strange, useless thrill of watching their skin turn into a topographical map during a scary movie. Number 6, the appendix, the useless pouch with a PR problem. Your appendix is like that tiny side pocket in your jeans. You're not really sure why it's there, but you keep it anyway. Originally, it's believed to have helped our plant-munching ancestors digest tough leaves and bark, acting as a bacterial safe house for breaking down fiber. Fast forward to now, and your diet probably consists of things that don't require industrial-strength gut tools unless you count the occasional kale smoothie you regret immediately. Most of the time, the appendix just chills quietly, doing, well, nothing you'd notice, until it gets inflamed. That is, then it transforms into a life-threatening, hospital-level emergency that requires immediate removal. That's like a spare part in your car randomly exploding and taking half the engine with it. The funny thing, you can live perfectly fine without it, which is why many scientists believe it's destined for the evolutionary junk pile. One day, kids might learn about it in biology class the same way we hear about dinosaurs, except instead of majestic predator, it'll be weird fleshy pouch that killed people for no reason. Number 5, body hair, the fashion statement, no one asked for. Once upon a time, you were a walking fur coat. Body hair kept you warm, shielded you from the sun, and helped detect creepy crawlies on your skin before they got too close. Then clothes happened, fire happened, and the human winter fluff slowly downgraded to what we have now, random patches in places that are more confusing than helpful. Sure, eyebrows still have a job keeping sweat out of your eyes, and eyelashes are great at stopping dust. But the rest, chest hair, back hair, arm hair, purely decorative at this point, and not even in a cool peacock feathers way. More like, you've got something stuck to you? Oh wait, it's just you. Over thousands of years, we might shed even more of it. Future humans could be as smooth as freshly waxed dolphins. And yes, the hair removal industry would weep, but at least you wouldn't have to spend half your life shaving, plucking, or wondering why evolution decided your knuckles needed fuzz. Number 4, the pinky toe, hanging on for dear life. That little stubby toe on the end of your foot, it used to be part of a powerful grip system when our primate ancestors climbed trees. But now, your pinky toe's main contribution to life is smashing into furniture at full speed and convincing you that you've made a huge mistake existing. Biomechanically, we barely use it anymore for balance or walking the rest of your toes, and the ball of your foot handled that job just fine. In fact, some studies suggest that if shoes keep doing all the heavy lifting, our toes in general could shrink over time, with the pinky toe eventually disappearing entirely. When that happens, stub toe-related rage might vanish too, which could make the world a slightly more peaceful place. Until, of course, we start stubbing the next smallest toe and the cycle repeats. Number 3, tonsils, the drama queens of your throat. Tonsils are like those bouncers at a club who stop trouble sometimes, but mostly just stand around and then cause chaos for no reason. Back in the day, they were part of your immune system's frontline defense, catching bacteria and viruses before they got further into your body. But thanks to modern hygiene, medicine, and the fact that you're not drinking from muddy streams anymore, I hope, they're kind of obsolete. Instead of protecting you, they often just get infected themselves, cue the fever, sore throat, and the I can't swallow without wanting to cry phase. And the kicker, once they get too problematic, doctors just take them out, and you go on living perfectly fine. No one writes in loving memory of my tonsils because literally nothing changes without them. If evolution decides they're not worth the drama, future humans might not even grow them in the first place. It'll be like skipping the breakup stage and going straight to we never dated. Number 2, erector pili muscles, the goosebump machines. Yes, we already roasted goosebumps earlier, but here's the hardware responsible, the erector pili muscles. These are the teeny, tiny muscles attached to every hair follicle on your body. Their original job was to puff up your fur coat to keep you warm or make you look bigger in a fight. On a thickly furred animal works great. On a nearly hairless human, congratulations. You've got microscopic muscles wasting their time giving you emotional chicken skin when you watch a movie trailer. These muscles aren't exactly in the running for most valuable body part. Over generations, as we lose more hair and rely on jackets instead of biological fluff, these muscles will probably shrink or vanish altogether, and with them, the last physical proof that your body once thought scaring off predators with a fur explosion was a good idea. Number 1, male nipples, evolution's leftover design quirk. Before anyone panics, let's clarify male nipples aren't hurting anyone, and they do have a fascinating origin story. All human embryos start developing along the same template in the womb, including nipple formation, before sex-specific traits kick in. For females, nipples are obviously essential. For males, they're basically decorative birthmarks that evolution forgot to uncheck in the blueprint. They have no functional purpose, you could remove them, and life would carry on exactly the same except for the part where you'd have some explaining to do at the beach. They're just harmless leftovers, like a weird setting in your phone you never use but can't delete. Will they disappear someday? Possibly. Evolution doesn't usually rush these things, but if they do vanish, future male humans might look slightly less symmetrical and might also miss the occasional comedic moment when someone flicks one during gym class. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.